Hello boys and girls, and welcome to our last lesson for today, Monday. This is science. We're doing lesson 2. It should be towards the back of your packet, and we are going to learn today about force. What is force, what is a pull, and what is a push. And it says, how can we change the way objects move? Let's see. Let's find out now. Here we go. It says, in full force. Says, what makes the wagon move? The girl gives it a push. You see, the girl is pushing the wagon with the dog. A push moves an object away from you. So if you have an object close to you and you push it, it moves away from you. The boy, on the other hand, gives the wagon a pull. A pull moves an object closer to you. So if you have an object near you and you pull it, you move it towards you. And I want you to look at the boy. The boy in the picture, he's pulling the wagon. Both of them are making a force. One of them is pushing and the other one is pulling because they want to go on that direction. Okay, so let's continue reading. It says, pushes and pulls are forces. A force makes an object move or stop moving. When the girl and the boy push and pull the wagon, it starts to move. Let's see if I can show you. I'm going to use a pen to show you really quick. So here's an object. It's a pen. And if I give the pen a pull, I will move the pen towards me. Si le doy un pull, lo estoy moviendo hacia mí. Esto se llama pull. If I leave the pen and I go like this, I gave the pen a push. It means that I moved it away from me. The pen is farther from me than it was before. Alright, I'm going to give it a push and I'm going to put it over there now. Alright, so over here, boys and girls, it says, draw yourself pushing something. Vamos a hacer un dibujo de nosotros empujando algo. So I'm going to draw myself pushing a box. So this is the box. Now I'm going to draw myself pushing that box. When I push something, I move it away from me. I want to move it in that direction. I'm moving it away from me. So I'm moving the box away from me. I'm giving the box a push. Le estoy dando a la caja un empujón. Le estoy alejando de mí. Push is like empujar. I'm pushing it away from me. Alright. Over here you have another box. And this box says, draw yourself pulling something. So like the boy here, he's pulling something. So now, instead of pushing, I want something to move closer to me. Right? So I'm gonna be pulling a wagon too. I'm gonna draw myself pulling a wagon too. Like the boy. Oh, my nose came out really, really big there, right? It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. So you see, here I'm pulling a wagon. Estoy alando un wagon hacia mí. Aquí estoy empujando la caja. I'm pushing the box. And here I'm pulling the wagon. Estoy alando el wagon. Alright, let's see what comes next. It says using force. Look at the pictures. So let's take a look at the picture. Here we have one picture. It looks like the boy he's about to kick the ball. And we have another girl. The girl just caught the ball. Alright, so we did that part already. We already looked at the picture. It says, how does a force move a ball? A force can change the way an object moves. It can change a ball's speed or direction. So once again, what are the two things that force can do? Force can change speed and force can change directions. Very keyword, speed and direction. That's what force can can affect. Now, how about changing speed? The first one, it says, force can change an object's speed. It can make something start moving or stop moving. It can make something go faster or more slowly. For example, the boy is about to put some force on the ball. He's going to kick the ball. When you kick the ball, boys and girls, the ball moves away from you. So you're actually changing the speed of the ball. The ball was probably running very slowly on the grass. The boy stops the ball and kicks it out. It says, what is going to happen to the ball? We're going to write it down. Okay, so we're going to write it down. The boy I left too much space there, will kick the ball. That's what the boy is going to do. The boy is going to kick the ball. And if you need to pause the video to copy this sentence, it's a very small sentence, but you can pause the video and then you continue in a little bit. Alright, so we have, boys and girls, some pictures here that, oh, by the way, let's take a look at the girl one more time, because this is something over here. It says, you can catch a ball to stop it. So the girl actually stopped the ball. The ball is not moving anymore because she stopped the ball. Alright, and we have a few pictures here. We have pictures of rabbits here. It says, describe how the motion of the car changes. Let's take a look at the first picture, number 1. We're going to write how force is changing the cars. What do you think is these two big bunnies are doing? They are pushing the ball, right? Oh, no, Bella. No, Bella. Sorry, boys and girls. The dog just fell on top of me. All right, boys and girls. So here we can see that probably mom and dad are going to push the cars, right? So once again, how the motion of the car changes. The cars were stopped and now they're going to start moving. So we can say the cars get pushed. The cars get pushed. And we add ed because it already happened. You're gonna see. Tell David to come in then. Alright, boys and girls. So the cars get pushed and now they are moving. How are they moving? How do you think the cars are moving? We're going to write it down here, number 2. So number 2. How are the cars moving? The cars are moving fast, right? The cars move fast. Don't forget, we put a period at the end of every sentence. We make sure we begin with uppercase and we put a period at the end of every sentence. All right, and what's the last sentence, boys and girls? Number 3. Number 3, what happened to the cars now? Gabby, he came in? Okay. All right, boys and girls, let's take a look at our last one. Let's take a look at number 3. Look at the bunnies. They look so happy. Yay! It looks like both of them won the race. Both of them won the race, right? And what happened to the cars? Do you think the cars are still moving? No, the car stopped. All right, so we begin our sentence with uppercase. The cars. Gabby, please. Okay, so the car stopped. Now, you know, boys and girls, that the base word is stop, right? That's our base word. But we have to add ed to the verb stop. So we doubled the last consonant. We learned about this last week. We doubled the last consonant and now we can add ed. The car stopped. So over here at the beginning, the cars are not moving, but they get pushed. Then the cars move fast. Number 2. And finally, the cars stopped. All of these, boys and girls, is done by force. By force, force is the reason that is the cause that gets things to move, things to stop, is force. So let's continue reading about what else can force do. It says, what is your position? Look at the pictures. Things are moving up and down. They are moving in and out. Position words tell where something is. Some position words are in, out, up, down, left, and right. So this is your left hand, just so you know. Your left hand is the one that forms a letter L, and then the right hand is the other one, the one that doesn't make a letter L. Alright, so here we can see that this shovel is up, but this shovel is down, right? And then the shells are going in the bucket, but here the shells are going out of the bucket. So these are some of the words that we read from on the top. Alright, let's see what this kid is doing. Oh, he's getting pushed, right? On a swing. And he says, a step in the right direction. It says, think about pushing a friend on a swing. Your friend moves away from you and then comes back. Forces can move things toward you and away from you. A force can change the direction of an object. So those are the two things that a force can do. You can move direction and you can change the speed. That's what force can do. Can change direction and speed. And it says, tell how the direction of this swing changes. So if you let's do it with my pen really quick. So if you, let's pretend this is a swing. The swing is moving back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But if we move it the other way, it can also move how? Side to side, right? From left to right, and then right to left, left to right. This is called side to side, right? It was moving back and forth, and now I changed its direction. Now it's gonna move side to side, side to side. All right, so let's answer the question now. It says, tell how the direction of this swing changes. How can we change its direction? Well, instead of moving back and forth, we can make it move side to side. That's what we're going to write. It, because a swing is not a person. It can move side. Oh, forgot the E. Silent E. Side to side. Or you can also say that it can move from left to right or from right to left. It can move side to side. Oh, forgot the period at the end of the sentence because it is a sentence. Alright, don't forget you can pause the video as many times as you need. You can rewind the video or move forward as many times as you need. Pueden pausar el video o pueden moverlo hacia atrás o hacia adelante. Alright, boys and girls, what makes that coaster move? Ooh, I bet all of you love to go on roller coasters. Well, my secret is I'm very, very afraid of roller coasters. I never been on a real roller coaster before. Alright, so it says roller coasters are fun. They go up and down, fast and slow, round and round. These are all the directions in which the roller coaster moves. It moves, this is the speed, fast and slow. But this is the direction, round and round. People on the ride might yell as they change speed, as they go fast and slow. And direction, round and round or up and down. What makes the coaster move? Well, a motor pulls a chain. The chain pulls the car up the first hill. So you see, the chains are underneath the people's seats. It goes up, 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 up. And then let's see what's gonna happen. It says gravity is the force that pulls the car down. Gravity pulls all things toward Earth. So now that car is coming down. This is the part that I'm afraid of. Because everything that goes up must go down, right? Now we have to write something. It says, what pulls the car down the hill? What do you think that pulls the car down the hill? This car, this roller coaster car. It's right here, boys and girls. It's gravity. That's responsible for us not floating. Because of gravity, we can walk on Earth. We're not floating around. Do you remember when we read the story about the moon? There's very little gravity on the moon. That's why it was so hard for the astronauts to walk on the moon. All right, so now we are going to get to our questions. And it says, sum it up. Question number 1, solve it. Write the word that solves the riddle. Let's see if you can help me. I remember when my girls were little, they loved to watch Dora the Explorer. And Dora the Explorer, she had, there was a character in her show, I think it was called Grumpy Old Troll, and he had a song. It was like, I'm the Grumpy Old Troll, who lives under the bridge. If you want to come over, all you have to do is this. All you have to do is this. And then he said, solve my riddle, in a grumpy voice. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to solve my riddle. Let's listen for the riddle. It says, I move a box. When it is full, I can be a push or a pull. What am I? What do you think can be a push or a pull? It's force, boys and girls. Force. Force is responsible for every push and every pull. Number 2, circle it. Forces can change objects. Circle the words that tell the kinds of changes. So what are the ways that the force can change objects? Can force change the speed in which objects move? Yes, there's only 2, and speed is one of them. Force can change speed. How about size? Can force make something smaller? Well, if you break it or make it smaller, you can do it by force. But we're not talking about changing object size today. We're just talking about changing speed and one more thing. How about shape? Yes, we kind of know that force can do that too, but no, we're not talking about that today. How about color? Force cannot change color. That's definitely. How about direction? Yes. So force is responsible, boys and girls, for changing the speed in which objects move, and force is also responsible for changing the direction in which objects move. They can move up and down, they can move side to side, they can move back and forth. That's force. Alright, and it says, write push or pull to label each picture. What do you think this mouse is doing? Do you think this mouse is pushing the rope or pulling the rope? ¿Ustedes creen que el ratoncito esté alando la soga o empujando la soga? He's pulling the rope, right? Pull. He pulls the rope. Pull. He's giving the rope a pull. How about now? What do you think? What is he doing to that big box? Is he pushing the box or pulling the box? And if you said push, you are very right. This mouse is pushing the box. Push. So this is a pull and this is a push. Una alar y empujar. Alright, so on the next page, boys and girls, we are going to write our name and last name. Very important, because this is the page that I'm collecting to give you that grade for this lesson. So once again, you need your name and your last name. These are the words that we are going to use to complete our sentences. The first one says speed. We have push, force, and pull. Once again, these are the shapes that we're going to use. We're going to use speed, push, force, and pull. It says, Dear Jen, we moved into our new house. My dad drove the moving truck. He made sure the blink of the truck was not too fast. Fast. What do you think the word fast, the adjective fast describes? Do you think that fast describes speed, or describes a push, or describes force, or describes a pull? fast, boys and girls, is related to speed. So force influences speed, right? But at the same time, a speed influences the way objects move. Objects can move at a fast speed or at a low speed. So that was making sure the speed of the truck was not too fast. Speed is our first one. And you can cross it out because we already used it. Speed. All right, let's read the next sentence. We still have push, force, and pull left. It says moving is hard. So this girl, Amy. This girl, Amy, just moved to a new house. Moving is hard. I had to blank boxes all day. That one is tricky. Moving is hard. I had to what? I had to push boxes all day, or I had to force boxes. Force doesn't make sense there. Or I had to pull boxes. So it has to be one of these. I had to push boxes, or I had to pull boxes. Let's say we can use this one. I had to push boxes, right? Push. I had to push boxes all day. It took a huge what? It took a huge force, or it took a huge pull. What do you think? It took a huge force, right? It took a huge force to move my box of toys. I bet that was a very big box of toys. It took a huge force to move my box of toys. My dad, we only have one word left. My dad had to what? Had to pull. And that was the last one. To pull it while my brother pushed. Just like at the beginning of the lesson, you saw that the girl was pushing the wagon with the dog, and then the boy was pulling the wagon with the dog. So the more force you put in an object, the better chances you have of actually moving that object, right? So we have the signature over here, your friend Amy. This was a letter. See, it begins with the salutation, dear Jen, the indentation, and then we have 2 paragraphs, and finally we say goodbye by saying your friend Amy. All right, boys and girls, this is our last page for this lesson, and let's see, we don't have to use specific words to complete this page. It says complete the chart, write a word on each blank line. So we have to make sure we write something on these lines. It says force. What the cause is force, right? What is it that force does? Force moves a what? What can force move? Do you remember my pen? I'm putting force into my pen. So force moves a pen. P-N. We have a period there already. Now, what else can force do? Force makes a wagon go how? How do you want the wagon to move? At what speed? Do you want the wagon to move slow, or do you want the wagon to move fast? It's up to you. We can say slow or fast. Makes a wagon go slow or even fast. It depends on how much force you put on that wagon. Force. What else can force do? Force pushes a swing how? How can a swing move? Back and forth or side to side. Force push it a swing. Oh, but look, it says from you. So it has to be away from you. Away from you. Force push it a swing away from you. And then we have one more thing that force can do. Force moves a book to a new blank on a shelf. To a new spot on a shelf. To a new spot on a shelf. That's another thing that force can do. So I think I got all the answers on the screen now so you can see them. Go ahead, you can pause the video now if you need to. Tengo todas las respuestas en la pantalla ahora. Si lo necesitan, pueden pausar el video para que puedan copiar las respuestas. Alright, boys and girls, that was it for today. Tomorrow we're going to continue. I want you to rest, and do not forget, do not leave your online homework for the last minute. No me dejen sus tareas de internet para el último momento. Try to do a little bit every day. Traten de hacer un poquito todos los días. So don't forget, you have to do iReady 10 to 15 minutes every day. El iReady al menos 10 a 15 minutos todos los días. You have to do your spelling city. Tienen que hacer su spelling city. The spelling city has 5 activities. El spelling city tiene 5 actividades, una para cada día. And you also have to do your iExcel. Your iExcel for this week, once again, I think it's going to be V10. And then the last one is this new next to it. El nuevo iExcel va a ser, el iExcel de esta semana, va a ser el V10. No tengo el papel conmigo ahora. Y el último, y el otro va a ser el último que no tiene número, que está en la lista. Alright, boys and girls. Have a very, very restful afternoon and enjoy. Do something fun too. Bye, boys and girls. See you tomorrow.